Hi, I'm attorney Julie Hauf, and today I wanted to talk briefly about adjuster depositions. So you've been set for a deposition. What do you need to do now? Well, there's a few important things to remember for any kind of claim file that you're handling. You want to make sure that you have your whole file with you, that file has been separated out into privileged material and non-privileged material that you would be willing to give up and give over to the other side. You want to spend some time with that file before your deposition happens. You likely know the main points in your case and the factors, the correspondence, photographs, explanations of review, denial letters, demand letters, all of those things that will probably come up in the deposition. Take the time to go through and literally tab them out so they're easily at your disposal. A lot of depositions are happening remotely right now, so your attorney won't necessarily be there in the room with you to help you shuffle around and find the right paperwork. So take the time to tab it out. As you're doing that, that's also going to help you get more familiar with all the facts of your file. The next important thing to do is you want to have a timeline together. So when did the insured first report the claim to you? When were you assigned as the adjuster? Were there any other adjusters assigned? What's the history of that file? What are the important dates and times that are going to matter and you know are going to come up in your deposition? Have that next to you. Make sure your attorney has put together an agreement with opposing counsel that any notes that you make for yourself is something that's still going to be considered privileged and not need to be turned over to the other side during the deposition. Finally, my best advice that I can give to any adjuster in a deposition is to think about the questions that you're getting and take your time to answer them and put them into one of these three boxes. If you're on a topic that's something other than your background, but what happened in the file? Most times the questions are going to fall into three categories. What did you do? Why did you do it? And what authorized you to do it? So take that claim file and think about what documents would I need to look at to answer the question, what did I do? What types of questions are going to boil down into that most basic, what did you do here? What decision did you make? Then as you're going into the why did you do it, those questions are probably going to be answered with an explanation of review, with a denial letter, or a estimate that came along with a settlement check of what was being approved. Why did you do it? Those answers are all right in front of you in your claim file. Finally, what authorized you to do it? Well, that's most likely going to be your statute, a policy, or some other important piece of evidence that's in the file. But most of the questions that the plaintiff's attorney is going to be asking you about what the claims decisions were in this case can be broken down into those three categories. What did you do? Why did you do it? What authorized you to do it? So be ready to have answers to those, be ready to have documents ready to look at to help yourself answer those questions, because no one's counting on you to remember every single little last detail. That's why you've got your file in front of you during the deposition. You take your time, do your tabs, do a timeline, and know what documents you want to go to answer the three most important questions of what did you do, why did you do it, and what authorized you to do it. Tell your attorney you need time, you want prep, ask if they know of any other depositions, how this other attorney might be in deposition. Do they tend to be long? Do they tend to be shorter in their deposition time? Do they tend to be friendly? Do they tend to be rude? Those are good things to know to help get yourself in the right mindset before you have your deposition. But I hope you like this advice. I hope it is helpful for you in depositions in the future. Any additional questions, you know where to find us. Thanks so much.